What's up, everyone? Brian here with IGN. We're going to take a look at this game that kind of breaks my brain. I'm sitting here with...
Alan Tingley?
Hey, Alan. Museum of Simulation Technology. We saw some gameplay of this a month or two ago, and it plays with perspective, and it's really crazy. I don't know what's going on, so please help me.
So, our team from Carnegie Mellon University has been working on the Museum of Simulation Technology for the last 2 months. And it's a game really focused on the idea of forced perspective. So if you see here in this painting, it's mostly used in photographs. It's to create imaginative, unbelievable scenes.
Right. She's not as big as a Sphinx, is what
exactly.
you're saying.
Yeah. For laymen's like me, basically it makes big stuff look small and small stuff look big. And
layman's like the Carnegie Mellon city. Right.
I'm the producer. I'm like
okay.
So our designer Albert came up with this really unique concept of using forced perspective as a way to interact with the world, and then we sort of took that and started building it out into different kind of levels. So if you see here, this is our attempt at sort of explaining some of the mechanics as we play.
Okay, so you picked up this chunk of amber from Jurassic Park.
Yes. Well, I don't know if that's a dinosaur.
Close enough. And it's gigantic now.
Right. And then, oh no! So
You missed.
I'm bad at this game.
You're supposed to be good at this.
No, I'm real bad.
Wait, are you inside of it?
No, that didn't
I
happen.
thought you were trapped.
So, yeah. And we place it down there, and all of a sudden it's a totally different size. And
Okay,
the real
so
goal... Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
So the whole goal of this area was us trying to iterate on a way to explain this concept to people without showing it to them. People really love the game and love what's going on, but they very often don't know how or why.
They know something exciting is happening.
Right. It's like, I don't
Okay,
know what's going
so
on here.
So this is a puzzle game, right? Like
Yeah.
you're going to use these objects to try and solve, get your way through an environment.
Very much so.
Okay, so is this is Toothala jump up then?
Yep. So this is
Okay.
the first kind of puzzle we present the player. We taught them to jump in the earlier scene,
Mm-hmm.
and then sort of, you run up here and think you're going to do the same thing, and you can't.
Okay.
And all you have in the room that you can interact with are these sort of amber, whatever you call them.
So I get how you just made that really large. How would I make this small again?
So the way it works,
okay.
the way it works is that it really projects itself to the nearest collision.
Mhm.
So using a wall right near you or using the floor is a great way to control the size.
Okay. All right, so we want to make some makeshift stairs out of these?
Yeah, so essentially we're going to use this. Whoops, sorry about that.
That's
We're going
fine.
to use this to make stairs.
And then, like you said, you've been working on this for, 2 months?
Yeah, we
this is
started,
still-
it was, a 2-week class project for our designer Albert.
Okay.
And we came on in the winter to sort of flesh it out and turn it into a real game. If the demo that sort of went on YouTube a few months ago was really our first attempt at trying to wrangle this stuff, and we've only had a little bit of time since then to figure out what's going on.
So you've been showing this off at GDC?
Yeah, all week. It's been awesome.
Yeah, the reception has been pretty good then?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. We feel really honored to be there with what we think is, a game that still has a lot of work to go. But sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. So there's definitely the main mechanic of this game. You're only 2 months in. What is left to do? Is it more puzzles at this point?
Yeah, so we really spent the last 2 months trying to make this thing unbreakable because we knew we were coming to GDC and people were going to want to play it, and we really didn't want to have to sit there and make it work every single time.
So you just made the fan gigantic here.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm trying
let me
to
go back
talk
to
to you
that.
about something and then keep up with what's also going on here on the screen.
Yeah, so I'll go back to that level.
Okay.
This level shows sort of one of the ideas we're playing with in that this fan blows stuff around, but it scales relative to its size. So as you make it really small, it barely blows things, but if you make it, as large as possible, it'll start moving
It'll
stuff
knock these
around.
columns down.
Yeah, start
Okay.
moving
Oh, and
stuff
you can
around in the
rotate it.
room. Yep, and you can rotate. That's actually a hugely requested feature from people who've played it, so we put that in there, and it's been working pretty well. It makes some of the puzzles a little easier, but removes a lot of the frustration.
Sure, probably worth it.
So what you see all there was that I made the fan basically as large as I could within the confines of the room to reach the exit up at the top. And that's pretty much the goal of the game at this point. You enter a room, you see what's available for yourself to use to reach the exit.
Is this playable somewhere right now, online or
Not
it's
yet.
Not? Okay.
So it's funny. We are in the process of trying to figure out what the next steps are for this game. We put roughly 2 weeks of pre-production in before we got into the IGF, and then we realized, oh crap, we can't worry about that right now. We have to build a game.
Sure.
So after GDC this month, we'll be heading back to Pittsburgh at Carnegie Mellon University and putting our heads down and trying to really wrap our minds around where this game is going. One of the nice things is that this demo is pretty cleaned up, and we think at some point we'll put it out there for people to play.
Hold on. Don't pretend like you didn't just pull the moon out of the
Oh,
sky.
right. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I've seen this so much. So
No, this is awesome.
you walk you walk into this room and it's like, oh man, what's going on? There's not really a door. There's nothing really interactive. There's this box that doesn't. It's pretty.
That's a box. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's
All
a checkboard, and actually, this is our programmer Shao down here. That's
That's
kind of
what
what
he
he
looks
looks
like
like.
in real
Yeah,
life?
that's what he looks like
Okay.
in real life. Oftentimes the player comes in here, doesn't really know what to do. They'll pick up this box, they'll play with it, they'll try to throw it up into the air, and
I think the drawing and the telescope make it kind of.
you would
more
think.
obvious,
You would
but
think.
Maybe not.
But
maybe
it
not.
doesn't. So we've been doing a lot of research, and oftentimes when people come through here and play this level,
Uh-huh.
they play with this box for like 10 minutes. Even though there's the moon
And like, this game
and all
sucks,
these
and they quit.
things, there's this telescope, and then we're often like, what if you just ignored the box? And there it is. You grab the moon right out of the skybox.
That is great. Now, what do you do with this moon? This is the part that might stop me. Oh, it has it right down the back.
Yeah. So the door, the exit you've been looking for the whole time, has been hiding up there
On the dark side of the moon.
on the. Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize.
That's all right. We don't owe Pink Floyd anything. It's fine. So this is one of our more experimental levels we're working on. I can't guarantee that everything is going to work as well as we'd like. Saying that, my programmer's going to kill me. But the idea here is that you're in this room, and it kind of looks interesting. You
Sure,
look out
got
the
those
window.
paintings. Okay.
And you see the exit you need to get to, but there's not a clear way to get there. Before, we've used the ceiling and the floor and paintings, but as
Why
we
don't
play
you just
with
break
them-
down the wall with a rocket launcher?
Oh, well, we thought about that, but we didn't want to, tread on Quake too far.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
and destructible terrain is kind of out of our wheelhouse right now.
Sure, I understand.
But so what we thought would be much cooler is if we could just make this window really big, and if
And?
everything works well, hop right
Success. Exit.
through it. Turn around, and you find
That's pretty
yourself in
great.
a completely new place. And we can run right over to the exit and exit out. So this was an attempt to try to play with more of the surrealist elements of the game.
Okay. So that felt a lot different than the other puzzles you showed me, and I don't even know what's happening here right now. But is there more of that to come?
Yeah. So the first 4 puzzles we were showing at GDC were really about explaining to the players the mechanics of making stuff smaller and larger, and using those to sort of traverse the plane. What's going on here, if you notice, there's these things called portals. You may have heard of them. Some game used them once to some good
Do
effect.
you think with them?
No. You don't think with them. You go through them.
Okay.
You go in one and you come out the other. So,
Okay.
So, whoops, sorry about that.
That's fine.
Come through, they act just like the portals you normally expect. But if you make one a little larger, what happens is that everything through that portal changes in size relative. So you walk through,
My hands are on my head right now, everybody.
and now you are a tiny little person coming out of a giant door. And it works in reverse, so you go back to get to sort of a normal
And now
size.
you're gigantic, right?
Yeah.
Can you be gigantic? Oh, no, you're not gigantic.
Well-
now you're just normal sized.
Yeah, so now I'm back to normal
Okay.
size. So let me restart here and show you a way we're using this to solve a puzzle. So
Sure.
there's not an exit. You wouldn't think that there's really much going on here, but if you take this door, kind of make it as big as you possibly can. That's really big. Oh, notice our wonderful character model right there.
Oh.
Our artist is doing great work with that. So we make this door as large as possible.
Okay.
And when we look through this small one, it's like, wait, what's going on in there? There's stuff in there I didn't
Wow.
quite see before.
Okay.
Pop out. there is where we were.
That's where you just were.
That's where we just were. Here's the exit to the puzzle. And you're on your way.
Okay. I don't know if I can take any more of that. Oh, good. We're at the end anyway.
Yeah, so that's it.
All right. Thank you.
We do have a few more levels we'll be showing at EGW that aren't quite ready for the public, but keep an eye tuned to pillowcastlegames.com or Pillowcastle on Twitter. We'll be sure to share everything as we come out with it.
Thank you. We'll be keeping an eye on this. It's very cool. My head hurts a little bit, so we have to stop now. But thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brian.
And thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to break your brain alongside with me, just keep it right here on IGN for all the crazy museum simulation technology news.